Hello and welcome to another video by Imperials Explained, and in today's episode we'll delve into the ranks of the Imperial Security Bureau as part of the Galactic Empire's New Order, known as Comp Nor in the Star Wars universe. Did you know the Imperial Security Bureau is one of the most feared organisations in the Star Wars universe, as the ISB were known for their ruthlessness and brutality? However, there were many levels of position ranks below the ISB Board of Supervisors, and senior ranks further up the Imperial hierarchy, which I will cover later in the video. Many fans of Star Wars who watched Season 1 of Andor became aware of the intricate hierarchy of the Imperial Security Bureau and the power dynamics at play. The Bureau was responsible for maintaining order and control throughout the Empire, making it a crucial component of Palpatine's regime. Within the Bureau there was a complex web of ranks and positions, each of its own set of responsibilities and areas of influence. By examining the ranks of the Imperial Security Bureau, we can gain an insight into the Empire's inner workings and thought process behind its actions. The ISB was so much more than just a bunch of faceless bureaucrats. Its agents are clearly highly trained and skilled in counterintelligence, interrogation and sabotage. They are the ones who deal with the Empire's most sensitive information, and they are the first line of defense against rebel espionage. As we delve into the ranks, we will see just how critical the Bureau was to the Empire's survival. From identifying and eliminating threats to maintaining the Empire's grip on the galaxy, the Imperial Security Bureau is an unsung hero of the Imperial military. The Bureau's structure is designed to promote efficiency and effectiveness, with clear lines of communication and responsibility. This should have allowed its agents to respond quickly to emerging threats and stay one step ahead of their rebel counterparts. At the same time, the Bureau's hierarchy is deliberately opaque, making it difficult for outsiders to penetrate or disrupt its operations. As we explore the ranks, there is a tension between openness and secrecy. However, not everyone in the ISB could be intelligence agents, and so the lowest ranks of the Imperial Security Bureau went through its own unique training academy. The entry rank to the Imperial Security Bureau was a trainee. All trainee personnel were inducted into its own academy system, situated inside the Verity District, which was close to the Federal District and held all of the most important governmental buildings on Coruscant. The ISB's training regime ensured all trainees received Imperial propaganda and were taught from the ISB's loyalty manual. During the induction process, trainees were taught a specialised vocabulary to prevent outsiders from understanding their conversations. The term auditing was used to signal that suspects knew that they were being investigated. Various suspects and techniques were taught to provoke suspects to commit crime, perform interrogations, and framing wanted suspects. Graduating trainees became ISB custodians and charged with the safekeeping responsibility of intelligence data within the department's databanks. Promising custodians were promoted to senior custodian and would act as a liaison rank to the clerical positions. The position of an ISB clerk was purely administrative data processing and passing information onto the chief assistant, who checked and confirmed the data's validity. The most promising recruits of the Imperial Security Bureau's staff would be selected as cadets and inducted into the Imperial Academy to study military-related subjects and prepare them for service. Only the best cadets could graduate to become an ISB agent and adorn a single blue tile as their rank plaque, alongside one code cylinder for access to sensitive information. Agents were assigned to a sector office containing several branches with unique responsibilities. These included enforcement, interrogation, re-education, internal affairs, special operations, and surveillance. A sector office oversaw at least one sector of the galaxy, and sometimes they oversaw multiple sectors. ISB agents were particularly brutal and ruthless to one another, and fierce rivalries were formed to climb in the chain of command, with unforgiving consequences for those who failed their assignments. For those who excelled were promoted to become ISB attendants, who held either specific appointments within the ISB's central office, or more commonly acted as aides to ISB supervisors. Attendants would assist in various duties including anything related to the office branches, for example investigations, etc. Although their official rank was sub-lieutenant, these junior officers held the single row rank plaque of 2 blue tiles and 2 code cylinders. Lieutenant supervisors held a seat at the ISB's board, located in the central office, and frequently reported to their senior ISB officers, chairing their meetings. The ISB quality of standards was extremely high, and supervisors were held strictly to account. A lieutenant supervisor held the rank of 3 blue tiles and 2 code cylinders. Typically, they oversaw surveillance and intelligence for up to 5 sectors, but these officers bear the brunt of the imperial political landscape and operational struggles for resources from the Imperial Navy and Army. From forensic analysis to psychological profiling, supervisors had a tool for every situation. Rivalries were common between lieutenant supervisors due to the pressure put upon them by their extremely high standards set by the Imperial branch. However, an ISB captain, although a higher rank, these individuals still classed as an ISB supervisor. However, they were charged with overseeing the most strategically important sectors and endured the harshest scrutiny regarding their investigations and reporting. Until 5 years before the Battle of Yavin, the ISB had been an effective weapon against anti-imperial activity for the previous 14 years of its reign. However, this meant the ISB supervisors rarely concerned themselves with activities outside their sectors, and the general perception by the supervisors was that the most serious anti-imperial incidents were totally separate from one another. This meant that when fledgling rebel insurgencies began, it caused intelligence investigations which crossed sector boundaries, leading to disputes over the supervisors' responsibilities. Little did the ISB realise that the coordinated rebellion was gaining strength in pockets across the galaxy. A captain supervisor held the rank of 4 blue tiles and 2 code cylinders. ISB supervisors in general held the authority to commandeer imperial military assets such as star destroyers and military forces if it deemed necessary to protect the Empire's interests. The rank of loyalty officer was a unique position within the Imperial Security Bureau, as they were assigned to the imperial military to ensure obedience to the Empire's objectives. They instilled fear amongst officers, troopers and other personnel within the Empire's ranks. A loyalty officer held the rank insignia of 3 red and 1 blue tile, including 2 code cylinders. An ISB major was typically the most senior officer of the ISB board, in which a major chaired the ISB emergency sessions and standard forums, unless galaxy-wide announcements had to be chaired by the ISB's director. The ISB major held each supervisor on the board ruthlessly to account for any pressing intelligence reports in their sectors. This rank had to be particularly thorough to ensure all investigations provided verified and vetted intelligence information before action could be taken to launch an operation upon any type of activity to threaten imperial stability. It was also the ISB's major's responsibility to approve intelligence information, assign sectors to the ISB board, and manage disputes between supervisors. An ISB major held the rank insignia of 5 blue tile and 2 code cylinders. Next was the ISB Inspector General. This rank was assigned to guard the most sensitive imperial projects and facilities by enforcing fear of loyalty into the imperial personnel assigned to the operation. An ISB Inspector General held the rank insignia of 3 red and 1 blue tile, including 2 code cylinders. The highest ranks within the Bureau were reserved for the most skilled and dedicated agents, and those who had proven themselves time and time again in the field. These agents had earned the trust of Palpatine and the Imperial High Command, wielding immense power as a result of the following 2 elite ISB ranks, which would make decisions that would impact on the galaxy as a whole. The ISB's Deputy Director was a much more elusive rank of the Bureau, and was rarely seen amongst the officers. Only individuals who Palpatine trusted were promoted to this rank, and would attend sessions to report to the Emperor on intelligence matters, alongside other high-ranking Imperials such as Imperial Advisors and representatives from the Imperial military, including Admirals and Generals. The Deputy Director would also sit on the Joint Chiefs, in the absence of the ISB Director. The ISB's Director in the case of Wolf Yularen was a friend and very trusted member of Emperor Palpatine's inner circle, with occasional one-to-one access to the Emperor in emergency situations. The ISB Director's rank was much more than just a title. It was a symbol of the Empire's power and a reminder of its unyielding grip on the galaxy, in which the Bureau held a great deal of influence. Clearly, the Imperial Security Bureau were a key part of Palpatine's New Order in the first 19 years of the Empire's reign. However, after the defeat at the Battle of Yavin and the loss of Wolf Yularen, who died in the first Death Star's destruction, Palpatine appeared to lose faith in the intelligence branch for failing to prevent the huge setback to the Empire. Similar to the title of Grand Moff, the ISB's influence diminished during the remaining years of the Galactic Civil War. Don't forget to comment below on your thoughts on the Imperial Security Bureau, and check out other videos for more Imperial Star Wars insights. Thank you for watching, and as always, long live the Empire!